Hello everyone. It is Sharon Wilson, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. I hope you're going well. It is, the Friday the 9th of February. 2024. It is, I don't know, it's a bit overcast here in Sydney at the moment. So hopefully it's not going to be too hot today and it's going to be a reasonable day, although we're still in summer. It is a lovely week to have the kids back at school all week this week, so yay, it's very exciting. I love my girls, but sometimes it's just nice to have a home that doesn't have everyone else here at the time. So it's nice to have a bit of peace and quiet while they're off at school and doing all the things that they need to do. Today I wanted to share with you the Notes of Nature stamp set that is in the mini catalogue at the moment. It's actually in a suite of products. I'm just getting myself organised a bit. Morning, Sam. So it's called Nature's Sweetness is the suite. So let's show you what I'm looking for. Where am I going? I'm going overhead camera. That's what I'm doing. Haha. There we go. So it's the Nature's Sweetness set. Morning, Elizabeth. Good that you could join me today. So Nature's Sweetness sweet collection. And so I've played with the Notes of Nature. And then there's also the Lovely and Sweet. So these are the two stamp sets. They're quite rustic. A lot of them are they're a bit rustic. So the Notes of Nature I really like because it is so rustic. I've always liked the sort of I like the distressed images. I don't usually do a distressed stamp card, but I like the distressed images. So we'll play with that one first, and we might try and incorporate the Lovely and Sweet. But you know, I run out of time sometimes, so I'm going to use the catalogue as a bit of inspiration. I was looking at this one last night and thought that I might want to use this. So I've actually cut up a lot of pieces for that one, so we can actually recreate this card, and I can show you how to do that one. That's I think it's fairly simple. It uses quite a few products though, so it's probably a bit more of a experienced crafter or avid crafter, as they like to say. So we'll have a bit of a play with that one, and we'll see where the morning takes us, shall we? So the first one I want to do, something a bit out of the ordinary. I actually want to use, so I want to recreate this one for you. So this one I did as a blog hop card, and I really liked it, so I want to recreate that one for you. So what I've used is some basic white, some berry burst, crushed curry, and a bit of pretty peacock. So let's trim this one down. We've got 14.3. And what did I want to do? 10? Yeah, let's go with 10. 10 centimetres. Cut two, one for the inside. And this one I want to have, I want to go this way. Let's go 10.2. Let's go 10.2. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. And 14.5. Oh, it's not quite big enough. Let me see. No, definitely not. So let's trim that down a bit. I'm just going to trim that down a bit. Let's make it fit. Let's make it fit. Okay. Trim ever so slightly off this one as well. Okay, that's a bit better. And then I've got my Berry Burst cardstock. Let's hope that this is the correct size. I just pulled it out of my stash really quickly this morning going, yeah, let's recreate that one. But I know you'll all forgive me if I muck up. Just move. I've got my iPad working this time. Last week I just didn't seem to be able to get my iPad working properly. Okay, so we've got our card base. And this is the stamp set, so Notes of Nature. So you've got quite a nice lot of stamps in here. Lots of nice images. I just got to move my iPad out of the way. It's in the way now. I did use this last night, so I need to do a bit of a quick clean. Hopefully one more. There we go. How are we all today? What's everyone doing? Okay. So I want to start off more with the bigger stamp. So we're going to start with some pretty peacock. And you want to just, this is really, really random. So you just want to go random. It's not going to matter if things are straight, things aren't straight. That won't really matter. I'll leave that one open. Some berry burst. Them. And then I've got my dots. And I think I'm happy with that. So let's move that aside. So we're just going to glue this down onto the crushed curry card layer. So this was a colour challenge a little while ago now. I really liked it actually. I wasn't sure about the colours initially, but then once I started playing it worked quite well. And so you've got a really nice little design. I've got some pretty peacock, and I'm just going to chop that down to, let's go 3 centimeters, and I'm just going to chop that to I'm just going to go slightly long because then I can actually chop it back. Well, I want narrower than that. No, I don't. I want narrow. I want 2 centimeters. Let's go with 2. Yep, that's a bit better. Okay. And because I've got 2, I want to probably go 1.5 centimeters. Or a tiny bit longer. Tiny bit wider. That's the way I go. And sentiment from the stamp set. Let's go just a little note, if that'll fit. That'll fit. Oh, got a bit of ink on the side. That's a bit better. I had my scissors out. Where did I put my scissors? There they are. And just trim that off. bit of glue. Bit of glue. And there you go. So really, really quick, simple card that you can create using just creating your own background, which I think is always fun. It's always fun to create your own background. So let's do a quick clean and we might change some colours up. So you could add in other images from the set. Of course. But let's turn our attention to... Morning, Deb. How are you going? Good to have you all today. Have you all watching? So let's get the pebbled path out and get some pebbled path card base. So this one I'm going to try and case the catalogue. So we start with that one. If we look back at the picture, you've got some dots and stuff in the background, so let's just work with that first. Pebbled path. Just random. Probably not as many as this, but you know. Let's see how it works. And last night I did a bit of prep work because I knew I wanted to use this set. So I actually chopped some leaves, some vines, and with these I also put on the back some of the double-sided the adhesive sheets, so hopefully I can get that off because I didn't try that. Yeah, so it sort of create a bit of a sticker, so hopefully I can actually pull that off. I should have grabbed my take your pick tool, which I don't think is right here right now. There we go. So we've got that one, so I'm just going to lay that one down. And trim that off. I've got an extra little bit, so we might be able to use that. Let's go about there. Trim that one off. Let's see if I can peel the backing paper off this. It's going to take me longer to do that. So you could just die cut these and then just stick them down, but I just thought it'd be a bit easier if I have them pre-cut, pre-glued. Just need my scissors, I think. Might do that one. There we go. There's that bit. And then I had this piece. So this is the designer series paper, which is the Sweetly, what is it? It's called Nature's Sweetness. So it's foil, there's foil pieces on it, so you can see some of the foil. And on the other side, it's not foil. Hang on, there you go. So you got lots of foil pieces. And then on the other side, you've got different, just plain not plain patterns, but oxymoron. You got packs, you got different patterns, but it's just not foil. So you've got some nice random type of patterns, which are quite nice as well. So let's move them out of the way. That one, these ones. So let's glue that one down. So the colours in this one, this paper is pecan pie, pebbled path and gold with white. And I did some stamping last night too, of some flowers. So I might just quickly, I don't know whether I die cut them or fussy cut them. Probably want 3. I don't know what's quicker really. Sometimes it's quicker just to fussy cut to get it out of the way. Other times it's better to just die cut, but it just depends on the size. So I think it would take me a little while to actually line this one up if I fussy cut this one, if I don't fussy cut it. And I don't have to be perfect. Just like that, really quick. Is anyone going to any concerts coming up? I think Pink is in Sydney tonight and tomorrow night, I think. And then Taylor Swift comes out. So lots of excitement, lots of concerts happening in Australia at the moment. One, two. Trying to be quick. There we go. And so I've got this piece, and I've also got some of the trim. So this trim, let's go back to this card again. We've got some little more die cuts, but the gold faux leather trim. And in this set, in this suite, they've also got some little cork rounds as well, which are quite cute. So let's pull some of them out too. But we'll get the gold faux leather. Oh, shame, Deb. Yeah, were you were you on a seat, or like when you were on a chair, or were you standing up? I think those tickets would be quite well would quite well be sold. I'd love to go to Pink. Pink would be awesome to see. I'm just going to weave this in and out. Just trim off the excess, and let's pop that one up on dimensionals. Yeah, you would be feeling sad about that one. I know. She would be. Should be amazing to see. I did look at going. Should I go? I don't know. Where am I putting this one? Towards the top. And then let's get a bit of the pecan pie. If I can find a bit. Now this is heat embossed. I'll do 3/4 of an inch, I think, or 2 centimeters. Let's go 2 centimeters. I don't know if I really want to heat emboss this. It gets too noisy. So let's just do some let's just do tone on tone, which is pecan pie on pecan pie. And let's just go simple sentiment. And here's my glue. There's my glue. Try and get a couple of little bits underneath. So glue dots is probably better doing this bit, but I'm not sure where my glue dots are right now. So let's just do a bit of adhesive, just a bit of glue, just a bit of Tombow. And then I've got some more die cuts as well. Oops. There we go. Let's see how that turns out. There we go. So So there you go, there's another card. So it's a bit more involved on that one, obviously, but the colours go quite well together, I think. Yeah, be quite nice. All right, another card, which this one's actually Claire Daly from Melbourne. She created this card, so I've got an idea of the image in my mind, but this was definitely from her originally. It probably won't be identical, which is a good thing, because you don't really want to have identical cards. So I'm just going to stamp randomly in the background. I'm going to stick that one down there. Make sure the words are the right way up. It's a good tip. So she had these elements, but I'm sort of, I think I'm hoping, at least, I don't have the image in front of me, so I'm sort of changing things up a bit. I've got quite a number of elements that are still hers, but it's good to change things up. Hey, morning, Michelle. How you going? Haven't seen you on here for quite a little while. Let's get some dimensionals on this one. Now she did actually colour in her little flowers, so let's do a quick colour of the flower. I'm just going to use Petal Pink. Something simple. I don't know if I want that one. This was definitely originally, yeah, Claire Daly's from Melbourne. But let's change it up a tiny bit. Working away. Oh, really? This one? Oh. I hope do you have a photo? I can't remember. Let's see if I can glue that one down. May not glue, but let's have a go. And do we just stick with the same theme of for you? Just a little note. I think so. I agree. We should stick with just a note. You know what I might do, just to rough up the edges a bit. There we go. And where did I put them? I don't know. I think I'll just leave it like that then. So there you go. So you've got quite a fair bit of foil on that one. Quite a fair bit of foil. So there you go. There's 3 cards. 3 cards so far. Let's see what else we can do. Alright, let's change it up and do a bit of vanilla. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, we'll go 14.3 by 10. I've got some mossy meadow and old olive, so maybe we might bring some of that in as well. Alright, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing right now. So this will be a bit of fun, won't it? Let's get some cleaning so I can change up my inks again. So this sort of, I guess this set sort of reminds me a tiny bit of an old set from years and years ago called Gorgeous Grunge. I don't know how many of you remember Gorgeous Grunge. Oh, my old olive is a bit pale. Oh, that's not good. That's a tiny bit better. Ooh, I don't know. So this is obviously going back to the first card I did. See. So I've got the Mossy Meadow. Start with that. And then that one. Oh, that's a bit better, that's smaller. Sorry. Just having a bit of a play, having a think. Might trim that one down. So what are we? We're what, 1.5. So let's go 3/4 of an inch. See if this works. I don't know. I'm not liking it. Alright, let's try this instead. I did have some of my markers. So I've got my Mossy Meadow. I've got a light Mossy Meadow. I've got an old olive. So actually, let's go with that one. I had a bit of a colour thing last night, but I found my old olive marker had been dried out, which was not helpful. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be too dark. Ah, this side better. It's just feeling a bit dark at the moment. Still seeming too dark. Hang on. Let's see what else I have. Let's go with some light Mossy Meadow. Oh. Don't mind me. Let's try a third one. Try a light Mossy Meadow, and then I might just try Granny Apple Green with it. That's a bit better. I don't mind that one. So that's, oh dear. Oh, that's a bit better. What do you think? Is that looking better with the Granny Apple? So I'm chopping and changing more because that way The ink is still a bit wet when I'm starting to colour with the second colour. So I shouldn't have to saturate the cardstock as much. Yep. And I can feel that my granny apple green is starting to die. Yep. Yep. Okay. Alright, so again, there is a die to chop these out, but let's just go with chopping them out myself. Next, I used the wrong colour, didn't I? That's alright. I have an idea of what I want to do next. Yeah, I've got the design series paper just underneath my feet. So I should have done vanilla, but I didn't. I did white. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's too bad having the white. Sorry, it's a bit boring, the dead air, dead air. Alright, let's get rid of that stuff. I could still use that other bit. Where is it? Where did I put it? Might be better with that one actually. That might work better. Look, because then I can bring some of these in too. Just try and get the edges of the white, just sort of dull that white a bit. Okay. Someone ringing me on the phone. Oh well, I'll just have to wait for a second. Or leave a message. So that one's going to go there. I might just try and put this one down the bottom. That one there. I don't mind that. Hello phone, yes. Silly phone. Don't they know I do my Facebook Live at this time? Okay, so we've got that. And then I actually don't mind that at all. That's come together all right. That's not too bad. Put in some little cork rounds. So this is the cork rounds. I obviously got some glue on my my grid paper. That's not great. And a bit of vanilla for a sentiment. Let's go 3/4 of an inch. And another just a note. And I feel like that's crooked. Is that crooked? Is it just my eyes? I think it might be crooked. That's all right. Let's just go with it. Just a little note. Move those things out of the way a bit. And see, maybe we can sort of cover up the crookedness of it all. There we go. Let's see how that is. I don't know. I think it's still a bit crooked, but I still like it. Let's get the grid paper out of the way. And the stamp pads. Do a quick clean. They're not too bad, these cards, I think. I think they've turned out quite well. quite different on some of them, obviously, with different colours. And that one too. So there you go, 4 cards. Four cards. There you go. That's not too bad, but pretty good. Not too bad for a Friday morning of not knowing completely what I wanted to do, but I knew I had a couple of ideas, but you know, I always have a couple of ideas somewhere along the way. But I hope you like this. I obviously haven't brought in the lovely and sweet, and so you could bring that one in as well. Oop, move them off the table. You could bring in the lovely and sweet as well and do a bit more grunge here and here. So you've got the field, lawn and garden. You've got sort of like the fly screen looking stuff. You've got the stamps as well, with the description of what the type of flower it is, I think, too. So, yeah, but you've got the congratulations and so sorry, and just sending a bit of love your way. So both stamps together are quite lovely. They stand quite well on their own, and they also stand well quite together. So they're the cards. They're the cards. There's the stamps. I hope you've enjoyed watching me create today. I hope you've enjoyed that. So I've enjoyed creating, actually, getting out the different inks and different styles. So obviously it's a bit more, it's not quite my normal style, so you know, it's quite nice. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget, it is still celebration on right now until the end of February, where you can earn extra rewards. You can, if you join my team, you can choose to get the glass mat that you can choose to choose the glass mat to add to your order, which I think is worth $106, and it comes with a silicone piece, along with a cleaner as well, so you could choose that. If you have a party, then your sales are over 500, you get an extra $50 to spend on product within the catalogue as well, and that's always fabulous to be able to spend more money. What else is happening? I have my retreats starting up. So I've got my craft retreat on the 19th to the 22nd of April. Those details are on my Facebook page now, Stampin' with Sharon. So check that out. And I've also got my Creative Escape, which is on the 4th of May. So it's going to be pretty quick together. So check those two out especially. And yeah, I'd love to have you join me at one or both of those. That would be lovely. And so yeah, I think that's it. I've got a card and create and share, and like a come and play day tomorrow with some people. So that's a smaller gathering, because it's actually at my home. So, and my home's only small. So I'm looking forward to that, and just doing a bit more creativity. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create, and I hope I've inspired you to get your inks and stamps out to get creative. And I will see you again next time. Bye.